Good evening, everyone. Tiger here. Another small talks. Let's talk about World Tournament again. So, from my understanding, the registration, as it says in the website here, has closed as of August 16th. I was waiting for the participants list to come out in the format that I was thinking. It's going to have a list of names per community. However, when I take a look at this, it doesn't really show all of that. I I mean this feature in the website itself is very intuitive, which I think is grateful for everyone who is looking at it. But for me, I kind of want to look at like who is joining and all that. Oh, actually, there's a lot of submissions going on right now. Huh. I'm sure many people has already seen some of these submissions. Some are good, some are okay. Some people may have not seen. But I think we can take a look at those videos once those submissions are all done, which in my memory is September 6th. Yeah, so let's try and remember that. I think that's about what? Ended from registrations from 16 and final submission is September 6th. So 1, 2, 3 weeks. 3 weeks for submissions. I've seen people who has pre-filmed before. It seems like the rule doesn't really mention much about pre-filming, so I guess they're indirectly allowing it, which is fine, honestly. So yeah, really excited to see what sort of videos will come to be. I gotta say though, a lot of these combos I really cannot comprehend myself, especially those one hand two pen or two pen two hand combos. Very foreign but interesting concepts are made, which we can sort of go through in the later coming small talks in the future. So today, we couldn't get that list. However, Bio 8 has been very nice and created a list for us and even shared a Google link for that. So there isn't really much to commentate on this. I sort of want to go through who's going to be joining, and maybe to some extent we can sort of guess, or we can try to guess who may win for this year's tournament. The last tournament was 2021 with Isaac winning the second time in the World Tournament. For this year, he's a judge, so he basically, I wouldn't say give up that throw, but he definitely has gave the baton to another spinner for this year. Sorry. So, with that said, we can take a look at here. So is independent, which I guess means they're just out of the community. PSH, China, VNPS, Vietnam, PHPS, Philippines, Soviet, Spindies, which is an English speaking community. SPSC, I think that's Spanish or Spain or Spanish speaking. JB, Japan, KIPS, Korea, FPSB, France, FEN, I mean English speaking, GPC, Germany, Poland, PSB, Brazil, PSUK, UK, Hong Kong, UPSB. I didn't know there was still alive, but okay. And Malaysia, MYPSC, IPSB, I think that's India, if I remember. Let's see. Any notable spinners? I gotta say though, half of these spinners I have not heard of at all. So I guess we will get to see spinners that people has never seen before. which does spice things up. It also could symbolize like a whole transition from one generation to another. After all, it has been 4 years since our last World Tournament. Well, even to say that, there are still some familiar names that I can tell by memory. Aguilera, I think he was Brazilian, but I'm not sure why he's independent. Beck, Beck was I think he was a finalist for 2021. He was the one who popularized parallel world spinning. Quite excited to see his content there as well. Frug, the dude that does wipers with the DC mod. Levia or Mizuno, I think. Mummy. I saw his two pen two hand combo. I cannot comprehend all that, but it was really, when I break it down to little bits, it was really alien for the content that I was seeing. I really can't really describe anything else anyway else. For PSH, I have never heard of any of these names, and a lot of these I see are based off of Japanese names as well. Hidesawa, Kasukabe, Makoto. Ashley, I think there's a spinner named Ashley in JV as well. I think we saw him in the '08 Cup that we saw in the last Small Talks, but I'm sure this is a completely different person. VNPS. I am familiar with Myuk and Twans, but I'm not sure of the other spinners. PHPS, CH1, my boy. He's joining, I guess. Cress. I liked Cress's World Tour 21 videos, although he only went up to round 2, I think, or round 3, I forgot. But his round 2 combo, I remember, was really nice to see. Jaguar, which I'm assuming it's Yamaguchi. Corinto, if I remember, he's also another person who does wipers as well. His videos are really unique as well. I think I like him. Zephyr, I think I saw multiple names of Zephyr. Yeah, he's in 3 communities pretty much. Okay. Yep, but classic dude. Looking forward for what he does come out. SPSC, Bio 8, I know. Shadow, I think we saw. I don't think we saw most of the spinners that we saw in Spinfest, but yeah, I guess we can take a look at that. I'm sort of surprised that Art is not joining. I did ask Bio8 himself on Twitter. He's like, he's lazy. I'm like, wow, okay. Way too, not to arrive in the World Tournament. But hey, everyone's got their own lives. Now, Spindies. I do not know. Okay, I think I've seen Retrocity's name somewhere before. But that's pretty much it. Starry Sky I may have seen. Tilt, the owner of Spindies. I did not know he had so many subscribers. He has 10k subscribers on YouTube right now. I need to up my YouTube game in that case. But anyhow, yeah, good luck to him as well. Although, I'm not that I really care about it, but if he's an organizer, I'm just quite curious how, in behind the scenes, whether he has exposure to the judging community, because since he's joining as a participant, wouldn't that make him advantageous to be able to look at what the judging looks like? I'm assuming that these are treated separately and managed by Padres, I guess. But just a thought there. SPSC, Krizwia, we know Krizwia. Tamiyan, I think he also does 2 pen 1 hand, if I remember. For the others, I'm not so sure. JEB. JEB is always like the anomaly for a lot of spinning. And since I am also in Japan, I'm quite familiar with many of the spinners here. Anarchy, Imbok, Kalbi, and 1716, Omoemon, Saria, Un. Omoemon, Saria are surprising me for me because they're both G3 spinners, so we may see a SC spinner in World Tournament 2025, which makes things a lot interesting compared to seeing like a lot of sticks or white power trick-ish mods going on here. I'm not sure who Gree is. Well, I'll need to take a look at his video for that. Kips, Black Cow. I think he came back from military duty, which is great. He came back from spinning. Chilpon, Disc, Flow. Oh my god. He might be the longest World Tournament spinner in like the history of pen spinning. Props to him, honestly. Man, a lot of memories coming in by now. And speaking of longevity, we also got Gollum Skate as well, a long timer. There are some pros and cons with Gollum Skates. If he puts his material right in a sensible sequence, like, the potential is like there. It's just that his spinning is unique, I guess. Dustfall, Philip19. I think he was an MX spinner. I'm not sure why he's there, but interesting to see what his spinning would be like. Wanna do. I think I've seen him as well. He spins KT a lot. Fan, I'm not sure where Apple is. Tilt Zephyr as usual. GBC, Brainer, Gunter. Maybe that's Gunter? I'm not sure. Poland. I know these two spinners. I've seen the names before. I just cannot remember their spinning. Brazil. Avi Super. Is that how he reads it? Excited to see, I guess. Sano. You know, I've never seen his spinning in the international scene ever. So, but I know his spinning from Twitter. Quite excited to see what sort of material he has accumulated, since I know he's a very old spinner as well. Name Hong Kong, Long Hae, Dumb Banana. Both very strong spinners. Long Hae is more all-rounded, I think, but he doesn't really have much high difficulty, if I recall. So, I mean, but who knows? We can see how it is with his submission. UPSB. I do not know who Epico is. I don't recall an Epico in UPSB, but thank you for remembering such community. It holds a very good place in my heart for UPSB. Okay. Swag, classic. I saw his submission already. It's quite good, yeah. Jaint. Is that how it's pronounced? Jaint. I mean, good luck to him. Represent India. India needs probably more exposure. Like, I know their community is still in development, but considering like how populous the whole country is, like, there should be a lot more spinners, I think, or people who picks up to the hobby. But yeah, that's everyone. You know, just looking at this whole list here, it's kind of hard to tell who can sort of definitely be the first. I guess. I mean, for finalist, Beck is a strong candidate for historical past reasons. I saw Tilt's video, and it seems like a lot of his material is very high in difficulty, so that might also give him leverage to be on the top. Other than that, candidates would be Gomskate, who's also been in the higher rounds of World Tournament in the past. In terms of potential, I mean, I don't know like half of the spinners, so we'll probably won't know until we actually see all the videos here. The people who I am interested in looking at is CH1, Cress, Saria, Omoemon, and Sano, Longhae, and Mummy. And Black Cow, yeah. I think those spinners, they tend to not go full out, or we've never seen their like full potential simply because it's either they never had like a place to show off the tricks that they can do, but they didn't decided not to show because one, it was probably not suitable for, let's say, posting it on Twitter or X.com or putting it as a collaboration video. The purpose for collaboration video is more about it's sort of like execution focused, whereas for World Tournament it's more like difficulty or creativity based combos. So yeah, let me know your thoughts on who would win. But again, we're gonna witness the tournament together, and hope you guys enjoy the video here for today. I know I was going to watch the 09 Cup videos, which I do have already in hand right here, but since it's been a while since recording, we can do that in the next video. We have a lot of time anyways. So yeah, as usual, if there's anything else, any topics that you want me to discuss about, I'm more than happy to do so. See you